You sleepy? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 69 of the Shower Podcast, the podcast where I'm in my shower and you do you. I'm your host, Chip, and right now, not right now, but 20 minutes ago, I just woke up from a nap, and it has been 2 days that I've been absolutely wasted. I feel sleepy, I feel tired, and I know perfectly why. If you have listened to the previous episodes, you know that I have been a bit stressed and, let's say, pushed myself a bit more for the exam that I had this Saturday. Fortunately, all worth it, but besides the result, that's, let's say, a bit out of the scheme. I am still pretty surprised that my body has not recovered fully. I have slept pretty okay, besides, let's say, the day of the exam where the number of hours reduced drastically. The rest of the days, it was pretty okay. So I still find myself pretty surprised that, my body is still fighting with me on this sensation of tiredness. Now, I would like to explore a bit and give you a few insights on the whole topic of sleep. Because, let's say, I don't want to say, exaggerated, saying that it was one of my passions, but it was, let's say, pretty close with that. I will have to link it in the description because, unfortunately, I really don't remember now the name of the author, but there is this guy that has really dedicated, let's say, his studies to sleeping. And it is absolutely fascinating to read and understand the benefits, which are, let's say, pretty clear, but the insides of sleep. How does sleep really work? And what are the things that we should be looking for when doing that? And what is interesting is that when growing up and in general, when you hear people speak about sleep, there is a bit of a mix of truth, like actual and factual truth, and a bit of, let's say, street magic. People say, because if you go to sleep before midnight, then your body will not be able to, recover properly. Or if you sleep exactly, there are certain rhythms of 54 minutes. If you do 3 in a row, then even if you don't sleep 8 hours, you'll be fine. So there are things that are absolutely true. So, for example, the fact that if you keep sleeping less than 5 hours or so for a long period, you will see a drastic decline in your, let's say, cognitive presence and ability to function at your highest. Recovery is worse. Muscle building is definitely tanked. Your body is fully in survival mode. And as I told you, you can hear stories that, if you keep just a bit of light that enters at a certain degree, when you wake up, you'll be able to gain, super percentages in productivity. That's all stories invented. But I really wonder, why don't we have, and I really mean it, let's say, real case scenarios brought into schools, like have sleep discussed in the, let's say, utmost importance. Because if you think about it, and I don't know how often if you thought about that, but again, as I told you, it's something that I happily started researching when let's say I was into sleeping. It's such a vital part of every day. We have to do it every day, and till, again, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of technological advancements. We'll be able to do crazy things. Yet, sleeping still, there is no, let's say, at least personally, I've heard of no special technique of, let's say, substituting it or making it shorter or taking advantage of any other time. There is no alternative. You either do it and you do it well if you want to recover, or you do it bad or you don't, and then you'll be absolutely compromised. And another thing that I really enjoy about that is how much, let's say, the brain and your attitude can shift when changing your let's say your usual routine with sleep. I think the easiest example that one can have, if you've ever traveled overseas and you have experienced jet lag, it's really fascinating because you're still the same person, you still have slept your hours, yet the environment, the timings, and the way that the sun influences that light, the sun influences your brain, it's so critical that, again, you are put into a condition where you have no control over, let's say, what you can do. Like, you will feel tired, you will feel exhausted, and you will require extra time to let's say assess to the new timing, to the new schedule and everything. The other one is for example, if for any reason you have to shift your working schedule, and for example you have to work until up late in the night, and then you have to, let's say, recover that and wake up around around lunch or later, since again you maybe finished working at 3-4 a.m. The last bit that I want to leave you with, and it's a bit of a more personal note, is when I was, let's say, in high school and even during university, and thinking about it right now with the schedule that I have, I find it absolutely crazy how I was managing to wake up so early, to, let's say, go to school every single day with, let's say, timings that were not pleasant whatsoever. Like, I had to be in class at 8. I didn't live necessarily all too close to the school. So there was a lot of, let's say, of time that needed to be sacrificed in order to be able to make it. And yet I was, let's say, pretty fresh. I was able to recover very fast. And again, I don't want to sound like, time has passed too much, but I realize that the more the years pass and the more, I don't pay attention to sleep the way that I should, the consequences are very high. Again, I am still so surprised of my condition after, now has been 3 days after this exam that I had, and I still can recover fully. Of course, I'm still able to, do all the activities that I want. I'm still vigilant at work. It's not that I am absolutely sluggish, but the fact that I felt the necessity to nap, to me, is unheard of, because that is something that I never do, and not even because I don't enjoy it, because I have to say that I've tried it in the past and it was something that I actually quite enjoyed, but it's a necessity. It was a necessity in this case. It wasn't even a pleasure. I was like, you have to go to sleep because otherwise it's gonna be a mess. So what can I say? Once again, I will link you in the description with the name of the guy that wrote the book about sleep, and if you are interested, please give it a look, because he's fantastic. He really helped me to incorporate a lot of things that I generally believe are fundamental if you want to truly improve your sleep. Don't skip on it. I know it sounds boring, and I know myself first, we would like to do so many other things besides sleeping, but as I said, it's a non-negotiable. You either do it and you do it well, or you're absolutely screwed. So it's not beautiful, but we need to stick to it. That's the way that we are made. If down the line, again, a new technology will make us skip it, you can, let's say, come tell me and comment in the on the video that I was wrong. But until then, make sure to take your sleep seriously. Having said that, this was episode 69 of the Shower Podcast. Thank you very much for listening, and see you at the next one.